On the 1st of June 2022, 45-year-old Michael Lewis opened fire at a medical centre where he murdered 4 people before taking his own life. Prior to the shooting, on the 19th of May, Michael was admitted to the St. Francis Hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma for back surgery and was discharged on the 24th of May. In the days following his release from hospital, Michael made multiple calls to his surgeon, Dr. Preston Phillips, complaining of suffering from constant back pain following the procedure and sought additional treatment to ease the pain. Michael visited the doctor on the 31st of May, but the following day he still felt pain and contacted the office to request further additional treatment. Michael decided to take revenge on his doctor for the ongoing pain he endured after surgery and planned to kill him. At around 2 p.m. on the 1st of June, Michael went to a local gun shop and legally purchased a semi-automatic AR-15 style rifle, only after having purchased a semi-automatic handgun from a local pawn shop a few days earlier. At around 5 p.m, Michael walked into the orthopedic office on the second floor of the Natalie building at the Tulsa Medical Center and opened fire. Michael fatally shot the receptionist, 40-year-old Amanda Glenn, a 73-year-old patient named William Love, 48-year-old Dr. Stephanie Hewson, and 59-year-old Dr. Preston Phillips, before turning the gun on himself. Dozens of spent shell casings were recovered from the crime scene, along with a chilling note that detailed Michael's clear intention to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone else who got in his way. 21-year-old Nicholas House has been arrested and charged with fatally shooting 18-year-old Nicole Diaz and her 17-year-old boyfriend Noah Golding. The incident occurred at around 1:15 a.m. on the 31st of May 2022, located at 270 South Argyle Avenue in Fresno, California, where Noah opened fire during a pre-arranged fight between 2 women. The authorities said that Nicholas's 19-year-old girlfriend and Nicole agreed to meet for a physical fight in a parking lot, while bystanders streamed the fight live on social media. Nicholas's girlfriend was punched, kicked, and hit with a bat by both Nicole and Noah, when Nicholas pulled out a gun and shot the pair. When the authorities responded to the scene, they spotted the white Chevy Malibu speeding away and stopped it. A 16-year-old driver was questioned and released, while Nicholas was in the passenger seat and was found with 2 firearms. The investigators determined that the shell casings found at the murder scene matched the firearms in Nicholas's possession. Police say that Nicholas has little criminal history, and investigators did not believe that Nicole or Noah were armed with guns. Noah is the brother of Isaiah Murietta Golding, who was shot and killed by a Fresno police officer while running away from the authorities in 2017. Isaiah's mother, Christina Lopez, collected part of a multi-million-dollar settlement over the police killing. The authorities said that Christina was arrested and charged last year for using that money to fund another son's gang activity that had nothing to do with Noah. Fresno Police Lieutenant Paul Cervantes said that this entire violent encounter could have been avoided. He added that it's never a good idea to meet at a location to mutually become involved in a physical altercation. Temperatures can run high, things happen, and in this case, tragically, we've now lost 2 young individuals in our community. Investigators are still trying to determine if the firearms used were legally owned or privately manufactured. Nicholas has been charged with 2 counts of murder, and he's held at the Fresno County Jail without bail. 31-year-old Chelsea Cooley has been arrested and charged with offences relating to the strangling death of 3-year-old Travis Young Jr. The incident occurred at around 8:30 p.m. on the 28th of May 2022, when medics responded to a home located at 137 East 1st Street in Everett, Pennsylvania, after Chelsea rang 911 on reports of an unresponsive child. When first responders arrived, they found the child lying motionless on the ground with baby wipes stuck in his throat. The medics also noticed that the child had extensive bruising on his body and marks around his neck and mouth. The medics used long forceps to remove 4 baby wipes, and he was transported to the local hospital before being airlifted to the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. At around 9:16 p.m, medical staff notified the police of the child's suspicious injuries, adding that the wipes were shoved so far down the boy's throat that he couldn't have possibly done that himself. Investigators questioned Chelsea that night, who said that the boy refused to eat lunch or dinner. She said that she put him to bed at around 7:30 p.m, and at about an hour later she found him unresponsive with baby wipes in his mouth, so she called 911. At around 4 p.m. the following day, the baby succumbed to his injuries. An autopsy determined that the cause of the child's death was due to manual strangulation and asphyxiation due to the airway obstruction, with adult hand marks left around the child's neck, in addition to extensive injuries throughout the baby's body, and the matter was ruled a homicide. It's unclear what Chelsea's relationship to the child is. Travis Young Jr. is survived by his parents Travis Young Sr. and Rachel Ruto and his brother Henry Young. On the 31st of May, Chelsea was charged with criminal homicide, endangering the welfare of children, and several assault charges. She's been held at the Bedford County Correctional Facility without bond.